Kia ora tamariki mā, and welcome back to The Word. We've been learning a lot about doing small things with a big heart lately, and I want to share a story with you about two women and a young girl who were a part of a story in the Bible, but they weren't the main thing. The thing is, though, that if they hadn't done what they did, the story would have turned out so different. Here goes. Shipra and Pua wanted to cry. They had a special job in the community that usually made everyone smile. Usually it made everyone happy. They got to help bring babies into the world, and they both loved their job. Seeing whānau celebrate the birth of a new pepe was precious. But now they'd been told that they had to kill all the baby boys. You see, Pharaoh, the ruler of Egypt, was jealous of God's whānau, the Israelites, and he wanted to make sure that their numbers stopped growing. So this was his solution. Shipra and Pua knew that what he was asking them to do was wrong, and they wanted to follow God's values for their lives, so they refused to obey, even though they could have been killed for ignoring him. Because of their bravery, baby Moses survived. Miriam was feeling frustrated. Her baby brother had been hidden in their whare for months now, and they'd all done such a good job of keeping him quiet and hidden. But now he was getting too loud. Miriam loved her little brother so much. He was just so cute. He giggled when she poked faces at him. Usually, this was the best part of being a big sister. Keeping your baby brother happy, but now it could get him killed if the soldiers found him. Miriam had been awake all night trying to think up a plan of what she could do to help, and then her mum came up with one. It sounded absolutely bonkers, but it might be a way to save Moses. Miriam and her whānau were desperate. They would do anything. Miriam's mum had made a special basket that would float on the river, and Miriam's job was to follow it along the shore to see where it landed. Miriam couldn't believe her eyes when it landed at the front of the Pharaoh's palace, the very same Pharaoh that wanted to kill the baby boys. "Help him, Father God," she prayed quietly. Well, it wasn't Pharaoh who spotted her little brother in the basket. It was his beautiful daughter. Miriam could see her smiling into the basket, and she heard Moses crying. But within minutes he was giggling, making the princess smile. This was her moment. Miriam could be brave. She stepped out from behind the bush and said, "Can I help you, princess? I know someone who could feed the baby for you." To her absolute amazement, the princess said, "Yes, please." Mum's bonkers plan had actually worked. Miriam ran home to tell her mum the most amazing news. The weird little plan her mum had concocted had actually worked. Miriam had done her part with all her heart because she loved her little brother. She never thought for a moment that she would help save his life. What a story she had to share. As lifelong followers of Jesus, we can choose to do small things with a big heart. And when we do, who knows what God's plan for you might be and what He could do through you when you choose to obey. I can't wait to hear your stories.